Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to yet another episode of the Gen Z podcast. I want to say thank you first for your subscription, your feedbacks. Today, I won't read your feedbacks today, but I'll read them later as we roll. My name is Steve, and of course, I'm not alone today. I'm joined by other guests of mine over here, and one of them was here back on another episode, and now we brought him back again for another interesting conversation. So before we dive into it, I'll allow them to introduce themselves. One is new, the other one we were with him on another episode. So karibu sana guys for on the set. And maybe start from the one we had on the previous episode, maybe. Mr. Nick.
Yeah, my name is Nick, and I'm excited to be in this platform today. Thank you, Steve, and the entire podcast crew. Nick is a pastor with Kenya Assemblies of God. We call ourselves Christian Worship Center. Nick is also the director of the youths in the same denomination from the local church in our parish and in our district. We have a district called Kiambu East that covers a good part of Kiambu County, and I am privileged to be the director of the youth ministry in that particular docket. So I am excited to be here, and I just believe that we are going to have a good conversation. Mm-hmm. I'm looking forward to having a healthy interaction, and we are already enjoying.
Sure.
Yes.
You have got a lot of titles. Unafaa tugawia zingine. Okay, right.
Hi everyone. My name is Troy Njagi. I'm the new one. For me, I like to term myself as a jack of all trades because I am a journalist, I'm a radio host, I'm a singer-songwriter, performing and recording artist, definitely director. I do so many things. So thank you so much for having me here, and I'm also excited to see how this unfolds.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Karibuni sana. Feel free, open-minded. It's your opinion. Okay, I'm avoiding to use the name opinion because I discovered it's the lowest level of knowledge. but it's up to what. Okay, let me say opinion. It's your opinion. Yeah, so be open-minded. So what we do have our questions over here, and guys, the topic today, I say it's based on purpose. So you do have questions here. So you pick a question, you read, then we analyze the question, we give our feedback, and such things. So maybe we can start from the new one.
Okay, the newbie.
The newbie in the house.
Okay. I open.
Yeah, just open and read it.
Okay. So, what or who built the foundation that played as a head start to your purpose?
Who built?
No.
Who built? Okay. Wow. Who built? No, my side. This is what I'll say. I can't really figure out a specific one. But what I'll say is there are many who have played a role. Like when it comes to entrepreneur, there is a certain director by the name Mr. David. He owns Unique Tea Packers. He has helped me in when it comes to business stuff and everything, how to deal with government and such stuff. So on that, maybe I can point out Mr. David. He's the one who have really impacted me a lot. He enlightened me a lot when it comes to business. I remember he called me for a meeting. It's not me who called him. He called me.
Yeah.
That we go and have a sitting because he saw something in me that I had not seen. He called me. We went and have a meeting, and we sat, we ate, we talked. He enlightened me on vitu kadhaa nini. Yeah, I think for me that's what I'll point out. For you, Pastor Nick?
Okay, me, I would say I am one person who really values relationship,
Yeah.
and I don't like looking down to anybody.
Yeah.
I believe anybody I interact with, there's something I can give and there's something I can get from them. So I have found myself growing out of my interaction, being a pastor, out of my interactions with the people, even the lowest. And I just feel there's something I have picked out of our interactions. I just feel there's something I have picked. So if I should be specific, I can say I have grown from my interaction with people.
Okay.
And of course, I'll give a shout out to my senior pastor, Reverend James, and Reverend Rebecca, who have walked with me. I think they found who I am. It's like they are the one who saw it before I actually realized I can be who I am today. And they decided to walk with me. Of course, kunivumilia, because in the journey to realizing your purpose, there are so many. Sometimes you feel you don't understand yourself. Sometimes you feel, but wamenivumilia, and they have walked with me, held my hand, and eventually I have found myself to be who I am today. So that's what I would say. Yep.
All right.
When I look at the question, I'm like foundation, and I'm looking at purpose, and purpose is the epitome of something existing. And first of all, I'd say the first person who played an important role was God. Me being here, me actually existing, me actually having a reason to exist. So I'd say God. And then now the chain, inakuja chini to my parents, them even actually deciding to have me. That's a head start, because wange do other things. Troy asikuwe hapa. But they actually decided to have Troy, yeah, so I'd say God, and then the chain comes to my parents, and then of course people who have helped me in my journey. But the three main people, God, of course, as the root cause of me existing, and of course my parents.
Wow.
Yeah.
So probably,
I think family is key.
It is.
Family is key.
Yeah.
Because it is from there that they saw you even before anybody saw you.
Yeah.
Family is very key, and I can also back him and say yes, the family has really played. And when we say of family, it's not necessarily, there are some people to whom they may not find this in the family.
Yeah.
But you can create your own family. You can create your own family. Family is not majorly blood. It's not majorly blood related. You can create your own family circle.
Yeah.
But I think I also agree, family has played a very big role for me to be who I am today.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. So family up there. Maybe Pastor Nick.
Yes. To the second question, the question is, when it comes to purpose chasing, what can you encourage one to do when reality doesn't hit expectations? When it comes to purpose chasing, what can you encourage one to do when reality doesn't hit expectation?
Yes, only Ningo.
I remember you interpret.
I'm overthinking.
You're definitely.
What again? Tells one when reality doesn't hit. Okay. Hey, maybe Roy or anyone else can go before I go.
So I will say, this is what I would say about this question. Let me begin by saying that life will not always treat you the way you want.
True.
Life will always have inconveniences.
Yeah.
And I think somewhere before we started this particular program, we had a chat with some people and we said, actually, if what makes life interesting is those inconveniences and challenges. Sometimes I think life gives me everything I want. Like, it's a car you want, lo ipokea, ndo hiyo. It's a good wife you want, ndo hiyo. It's a good business you want. I think life would be the most boring thing.
If you had everything easy.
Yeah, if you just get everything easy. So we have to, first of all, come to an agreement that life haitakutreat venye tu unataka. Hivyo tu. Na si kwa mambo hard, hata kwa mambo simple tu hivyo. So, but you must get to, first of all, realize what is your purpose. So if you are going to move on, even after life, doesn't hit your expectation, number one, you have to know what was your purpose. What is this? Because purpose is what you want to achieve. It is what you want to be. It is that what you aspire. That what makes you wake up. It is your purpose that made you wake up today and took a shower and decided I will not be in bed the whole day. I'll have to go so that I pursue my purpose. So you have to be aware of that, because it is just one situation that failed you, but your purpose is still there.
It's still there.
It is still there. So you just have to shake off the dust, sit down, of course, take time, re-strategize, all right? And actually even use some of, you use that failure as a lesson, because you can build on that. And out of that, you can get to realize so many other things. And of course, work and walk toward your purpose. So me nasema, even when you hit to that point, you get to that point, be cautious about your purpose. Be cautious of where you're coming from and where you want to go. Because it is that will keep you going. It is just one way that has failed, but your purpose is still there. It is still there.
So I think it creates that friction. For a wheel to move, it needs friction. And there is no friction, it won't move. So for me, what I think, what I can tell the person to do is, as you say, go back, re-strategize, because they say where you felt is as a result of how you slept. So go back, re-strategize, look at things, and then come back. It's not a matter of giving up, because when you give up, you definitely you never make it. If you just give up, you never make it. For me, go back, re-strategize. Urudi na fujo.
For me, I'm still getting the hang of the question. Inanikumbusha history. History, you needed to get the question, you internalize, you just get the hang of it. Can I probably read the question again? History, So when it comes to purpose chasing, what can you encourage one to do when reality doesn't hit expectations? For me, I do believe that a person doesn't have a specific purpose. You have, I call it multi-purpose purposes. You're born, you're created, you exist. Someone gave you the root cause of existing. Now, your energy, depending on what you want to do, what you're channeling, yourself to be to move towards. It's when you now get multi-purpose purposes, and I think the most defining factor is when people have too much expectations, and expectations, it's not bad to have expectations. It's actually good. It gives you hope. It drives you. It moves you. It gives you that driving force. And when now you put too much expectation. What is too much expectation? You feel you're expecting too much from whatever you're driving towards, and once you do that, you're actually losing focus. You're actually losing your intent on the purpose itself, because you're now putting yourself first instead of the purpose that you're pursuing. And now what I'd advise someone when reality doesn't hit expectations, I think rudi back kwa drawing board. If you've fallen, if whatever you're chasing, whatever purpose you're driving towards doesn't come to actually actualize in whatever way you wanted it to, you unarudi kwa drawing board, you just draft it again. If imeshindikana, if the pieces are still collectible, you just collect your thoughts, you collect your pieces, and just get to to draft yourself again, to rearrange yourself, and now chase the purpose. And expectations, usikuwe na expectations mob. Life is full of disappointments, and once you go towards something with a lot of expectations, you lose your sense. You lose the sense of actually pursuing that purpose, of actually making sense of what you want to do towards that driving force of your purpose. So jikusanye, really kwa drawing board bana. And I think kila msee anakuanga na kalika notebook, sijui diary, tukiwa dogo tulikuwa tunaita diary. Narudi kwa hiyo diary, unasema whatever you wanted haija actualize. I need now to, if the plan yenye ilinindi ilishindikana, tumia choche panya route, tumia panya route bana. Like actually drive yourself towards whatever purpose you're intended to pursue. Unaona, for example, myself, let me just take myself. I actually, mimi nasemanga nothing is impossible. If actually tuseme ikiti let's just take for example this cup. Hii cup imestikiwa hapo na glue. There are a lot of ways naweza chukua hiyo kikombe, naweza vunja meza, naweza unaona, naweza jaribu kuisqueal, naweza exactly, strategy. So strategize yourself, strategize your plans towards pursuing that purpose, and you're just going to be okay. Yeah.
So maybe I throw a question.
Okay.
Have you ever find yourself in life being in such a situation where what your purpose, what was in your mind, really it's not what really it was not what you found on the ground? Maybe in such a case.
For me, I have ever found myself in such a state, and maybe I can say what I did. As my brother here is saying, in life you don't have one purpose. It's a chain. You have so many things you want to achieve. So at that particular time when one thing was not working, there were like 4-5 that were working, which may not be major ones, but they were working. So I think I started appreciating what is working, because it is in the appreciating what is working that you actually build yourself into now achieving now this major one. So, but you realize many times we concentrate so much on what has failed, and we forget there is something that is working. There is something that is working in my life. So maybe I would say, when we find ourselves in such a state, we need to first of all not waste our energy so much into complaining and concentrating on what has not worked, because it has failed. First of all, agree it has failed, and you can't change that, and you don't have power over that. It is that it is. Iko tu hivyo venye iko. Begin appreciating what is working. Begin appreciating what is working, because it is in the appreciating what is working. Ndo unakuta unajikusanya tena, you bring up yourself together, and eventually you find yourself, you are actually able to realize, oh, kumbe I can actually approach this thing in another way and it work. Kumbe hata probably would have gotten results ambazo ni kidogo, but out of ku appreciate and replanning, unakuta umepata probably a major outcome, even more than what you expected. So appreciate what is working.
So just
begin by appreciate what is working.
So stop looking at the glass half empty. Look at the full, the half that is full.
Look at the half that is full.
Not the half empty.
You can use that half that is full and build so many other things out of that.
Exactly. Your purposes can actually zinaweza jengana. Hizo purposes zote zinaweza jengana to actually you ufike destination.
It's like a web.
It's like a web of, it's like a chain of webs.
Okay. I think I found myself sometime back where I thought that everyone was good or something, had maybe the best interest at heart. You say what I'm thinking, this person is thinking the same. So we can actually build something and build something big.
True.
But I found that what happened, I found that it was not what I thought, because those people, I don't want to mention them on camera, it was a business kind of thing. So I thought we were thinking the same. So if I give them this, whatever, we want to work on it together and build something big. But I found that people are greedy, people have got their own interests. They are selfish interests. So I had to go back and strategize again. Actually, I had to call it off before things really eluded. For me, I went back just to re-strategize, gather energy and go back.
You asked about like something that ilikuput over having expectations.
Like whether you've ever found yourself in such a situation, because maybe there's someone in such a situation, maybe they don't know how to get out of it.
It's true. Well, I think the most outsourcing one in account to mind me back in high school. For those who don't know, nimeenda through 3 different high schools. The first high school ilikuwa inaitwa Kirangari High School, and that was the first high school I went to. And I had so much, nikiingia, as a Form 1, you have so much expectations. You're like, I'm going to meet friends, I'm going to do big things, I'm going to become a star in school. You have so much expectations, especially as a Form 1, and you get into all these expectations being naive. Shallow-minded Form 1 that you are, but the young person that you are, it's good to dream. When you're young, you dream big. You have so much dreams. So some things happened. I expected ndamalizia huko shule and then a lot of things, but due to some other circumstances, like I actually got expelled from school because of friends. Friends, the same people you thought you'd as you said, you have cahoots with. You have like your destinies are intertwined to do something, but people don't have the same, don't share your same sentiments. So my friends actually went ahead and just did things that actually led to me getting expelled. And I remember that day when we were going home with my mom. My mom alikuwa anacheka. What is this lady? What did she have to? Unajua back when we were tukiwa wadogo, ukiona mzazi wako amecheka na umekosea. Kitu unajua.
You don't know what is it.
Aujui kitu. Unajua baby anaangalia ile kiboko iko mahali anatoka.
Ilikuwa vita.
Acha tufike utajua. And then I'm like I get this nugget nini courage na muuliza mom mbona unacheka? I'm like aliniangalia. I just looked up to her and I'm like, mom, why are you laughing? And then I'm like, damn, nimeambia mom nimemuuliza nini mbona unacheka? Wewe sasa itachangia. So she's like you know why I'm happy? I'm smiling. I'm smiling because I know that whatever you're meant to do in this world, it's bigger than all of them combined. And my mom has always been a source of inspiration to me ever since I was young. She's this bold, strong woman. Actually, my mom, I've had both figures in my life, my dad and my mom. But I think my mom has played a major role, especially when my dad wasn't there, and he wasn't there for the most time of my life. And she's actually been there to like guide us, of course, being the independent boss lady that she is, to raise. She actually she's so she your process when I was just getting to channel my anger towards those friends, towards what they've done. And then my mom tells me this and I'm like, my purpose, my intent to be in this world, it's bigger than them combined. And the intention to actually drag me down. And I'm like, it can restart kwa akili. And I actually go home, naka home for 2 months, and then the school calls Kirangai, and then they're like, can your son come back to school this and this date? And I'm like, Mom, I'm not going back to that school. And I tell Mom, I'd rather go to another school, hata kama itapatikana sijui siku gani, because all the connections that Mom had, wanamwambia, hey, maybe aingie next term, maybe, I'm like, hata kama ningia next year, I will have rechanneled myself. Nimepata nguvu mpya. And I actually went and just sat down, nikaanza kufikiria what I did wrong. Maybe I put too much trust on them, maybe I expected too much, maybe the problem wasn't me, maybe it was them, and actually trying to figure things out, ilinisaidia sana, because the only person who can get you out of those disappointments is yourself, because you actually get to carry yourself. Unajiambia mambo, unajua probably mimi niko na shida, then we're talking mnaniambia, hey Troy, nini mbaya, nini, probably I'm not even listening to you. I'm not even paying attention. My head is just in what I want to do, what I want, maybe revenge and all that thing, but you're the only one who can recollect yourself. So I've ever found myself, and I recollected myself. I actually Troy was falling, and I actually stretched out and picked myself. Because that is what you should do when you're in that situation. So like, that is the most outstanding one in my life.
So it was about self-work.
It was about self-work and just building yourself in that self aspect, in all aspects. Yeah.
Since you went through.
I think I'm picking something out of that. The people you connect with after you have failed is very important.
True.
Yeah, because again, you see, your mama would have instead of helping you to get out of that, maybe you should have given some sentiment that are adding bitterness into you, or even give you more reason to want to revenge.
And piggy.
Yeah. But ama ende tu
akupige.
You see, she's slapping you to wake up.
Yeah.
And remember,
an awakening.
you have a destiny, you
Yeah.
have a purpose, you have a life,
Yeah.
and your life has not ended by you being expelled from school.
Yeah.
That's just one thing, that it's just a chapter that has been closed, but you can, from there, you can begin another. Yes, though you are beginning from scratch, but you can begin and actually maneuver and get back to and get to where you are going. So the people you connect with after the failure is very, very important.
Very important.
Iko watu watakuja and they are just there to pity party. Oh, umefanyiwa hivyo, mimi nifanyiwe, you know. How mimi you see that?